So we've out of the Vase, courtesy of a 2-1 defeat at Hartpury University. As an opponent, a different kind of opponent than we normally face. Very difficult conditions today, very foggy, very frosty. We were very touch and go as to whether the game would be on. But again, still disappointing to lose. What's your take on the game and the performance today?
I think it was the conditions were difficult, but it's not an excuse because obviously it's both same for both sides. But it made for a bitty game, if you like. But I thought Hartpury were the better team over the 90 minutes. And look, there's no way they're a step 6 team. Let's be totally honest. They're much better than that. That's false. They really, really good technically, well coached, well organised. You know, the amount of training they do is not a surprise, really, the boys they got. So, look, congratulations to them, firstly. I thought they were the better side over the 90 minutes and deserved to go through whilst it was tight come the end and we applied a lot of pressure on their goal. I think if you look at it, over the course of 90 minutes, I thought they were the better side.
And we got the early goal after 10 minutes through Sam, and then sort of one thinks, well, that settled us down and we'll then sort of almost kick on, and we didn't.
No, I think it's a case of, look, you can always say the cliche that we scored too early, maybe. But we had a game plan today that just didn't quite work. If we're going to be honest with ourselves, it didn't quite work. We scored well. We started well and scored with some good quality movement. I didn't think we kept the ball well enough today. I think we were a little bit edgy. Vase games, like I've said it in the last interview about the FA Vase, games are edgy and nervous, usually, apart from maybe the last one. And I saw that in us today. I thought we were in our shell a little bit. And we were a little bit standoffish and not sure what we wanted to be. But that said, it was a tight game. Not too many chances in either box. And really, we started the game well. And I thought we were fortunate to be ahead at half-time because they put quite a bit of pressure on our goal. But we were quite resilient and we defended the middle of our box well. And then second half, we started sluggish and they caught us cold. And that's disappointing, really, because we knew that they would start strong in the second half like they did in the last round. They scored a couple of goals straight after half-time. And look, them scoring on 47 minutes was a bit of a blow because you've got a game plan and then that's sort of out the window a little bit. And then, look, they got the note.
I mean, even after they equalised, we didn't seem to then press them until after the penalty.
Yeah, it was difficult as to how to play against them. I thought we were a little bit standoffish and with the shape, maybe we wanted them to frustrate them at times, and we had a game plan. But you're right. The game was tight. We didn't want an open game, but the game was tight until they scored, and then they scored. Look, you've got to throw everything at it. But I thought after that, we went very, very. We changed the shape and we went very attack-minded, and we caused them a lot of problems. And look, you might stand and say, "Well, where was that earlier?" I'm sort of asking myself that same question, but I don't want to be too overly critical of the boys because it was a really tough challenge today against a good side, and it's the first defeat in 9 games. We won 9 games in a row, and today's a loss, and we've got to lick our wounds and congratulate the opposition. Of course we have, but there's lessons to be learnt there, definitely. I was pleased with how we finished the game, and we applied a lot of pressure, even with reduced numbers. Like we lost a few bodies.
There was several good chances towards the end. I think you got very face of the goal, bit of a shot off the post.
Yeah, we sort of threw the kitchen sink at it, even with sort of 9 men to finish with. I was quite happy how we kept the ball in play, which is quite important when you're chasing a game. Lessons to be learnt, though, in terms of how we want to set up, but also discipline. Questionable. We've ended up with 3 red cards in the end, which is incredibly harsh, 1 or 2 of them. But I'm not using that as an excuse. There's lessons that we got to be learnt so that we're in that situation next time. And we're chasing the game, we've got to make sure we've got 11 players on the pitch, so we don't end up with reduced numbers. So I'm not going to blame officials for those decisions. I just want to make sure that we've got lessons to take from it moving forward, so our boys know that we don't want to be getting ourselves in that situation again, to give the officials opportunities to dish out sin bins and red cards. So look, that's an internal discussion that has to be had. I'm not going to come out on camera and criticise officials in that regard. No.
Okay.
So we move on. We've got to bounce back now.
Exactly. We have game on Wednesday and we have to keep that lead going.
That's 3 defeats this season, all in the cup competitions. And I think on all 3 occasions we've come back and put in runs together in the league after that. So we're still in 1 cup competition in the Somerset Cup, and now it's the league. I'm really disappointed to be out the Vase because it was a tough time. We knew it was, but we want to be in the competition. And I'm not going to use that old cliche as we can concentrate on the league now, because that's nonsense. We wanted to be in it. We wanted to win. So we are really disappointed. We've just got to take the lessons from today and look for that hunger over the next week. So it's 2 really big games at home to Shepton and away to Brixham, and we're going to need everyone to muck in now with a bit of siege mentality. So, yeah, big week ahead for us.
Big week ahead. All right, we'll catch you up in a week.
Super. Thank
Cheers,
you.
mate.